Most men miss the subtle signs that she's not being completely honest about her intentions. It's not always obvious. She might seem perfect at first, funny, charming, and attentive, but the truth is in the details. The small inconsistencies, the tiny behaviors that don't add up, those are the ones that reveal a lot more than words ever could. And if you're not paying attention, you can get caught off guard, emotionally invested, or even manipulated before you realize it. Some guys notice the big red flags right away, but the subtle ones slip through because they're disguised as normal dating quirks, playful teasing, or occasional bad moods. You might think, she's just busy, or she's having a rough day. But when these moments start stacking up, they create a pattern that's hard to ignore. Recognizing these patterns early is not about being paranoid, it's about protecting your time, energy, and emotional health. Today, I'm going to break down the 8 most dangerous signs that a woman might be playing you. These are behaviors most men overlook until it's far too late. Some of them are emotional, some are behavioral, and some might even feel uncomfortable to notice, but ignoring them can lead to heartbreak, frustration, or wasted effort. So before you get deeper into the relationship, pay close attention. Are you noticing any of these subtle cues in your own dating life? Take a moment to reflect honestly. This isn't about judging her. It's about learning to see clearly, act wisely, and maintain control over your own emotions. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot it early, and how to protect yourself without overreacting. Imagine you've met someone who seems almost too good to be true. She's funny, charming, attentive, and makes you feel like you've finally found someone who gets you. Every date goes well. Every conversation feels natural, and at first glance, everything seems perfect. But then, little things start to happen that don't quite make sense. Maybe she cancels plans last minute without a proper reason. Maybe she's warm and affectionate one day, then cold and distant the next. Or perhaps she drops subtle hints that make you question yourself, leaving you unsure if you're overreacting or if something is genuinely off. These small inconsistencies might seem minor at first, and it's easy to brush them off or make excuses. But over time, they add up, creating a sense of unease that's hard to shake. You start second-guessing her intentions, questioning your judgment, and even doubting your ability to read people. That confusion, anxiety, and frustration isn't just uncomfortable, it can slowly chip away at your confidence and emotional balance. This video is designed to help you cut through the noise. By examining the 8 most dangerous signs that she may not be honest with her intentions, you'll gain clarity on behaviors that often go unnoticed until it's too late. These aren't just gut feelings or vague suspicions, they are actionable cues you can observe, analyze, and respond to rationally. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot manipulation, mixed signals, and emotional games before they derail your emotional well-being. You'll learn how to stay grounded, protect yourself, and make decisions that keep your time, energy, and emotions intact without overreacting or losing perspective. Red flag 1. Inconsistent communication. One day she texts you immediately, engages in long conversations, and seems genuinely interested. The next day, she disappears, no response for hours or even the entire day, without explanation. At first, you might think she's busy or distracted, and you tell yourself, it's fine, everyone has off days. But when this behavior happens repeatedly, it's a pattern, not an accident. Stoicism teaches us to focus on observable actions rather than promises or excuses. Pay attention to how she consistently behaves over time, not what she says she will do. Patterns reveal the truth, and ignoring them only sets you up for confusion and disappointment. Red flag 2. Emotional manipulation. Some women use guilt, mood swings, or emotional tests to control your behavior. You might notice subtle things. She makes you feel bad for wanting time with friends, or suddenly becomes distant to see how much you care. These tactics are not playful, they are ways to manipulate your emotions. Psychology research calls this push-pull behavior. Recognizing it early is critical because it erodes your confidence and sense of control. A healthy relationship doesn't rely on emotional games. It's built on respect, consistency, and mutual understanding. Red flag 3. Secretive behavior. If she avoids sharing even basic details about her life, her plans, her social circle, or personal experiences, pay attention. This is not about respecting privacy. It's about keeping you in the dark so she can maintain control or hide inconsistencies. From a Stoic perspective, you cannot control her actions, but you can control how you respond. Observe quietly, analyze patterns, and don't fill in gaps with assumptions. Clarity comes from observation, not speculation. Red flag 4 avoids accountability. People who never own their mistakes or always blame others rarely grow emotionally. If she refuses to admit when she's wrong or consistently points fingers, it's a serious warning sign. Relationships require self-reflection and responsibility. A partner unwilling to reflect honestly is unlikely to sustain a healthy dynamic. Your role is to notice this behavior without trying to fix or justify it. Acknowledge the reality and act accordingly. Red flag 5, excessive flattery or push-pull. She showers you with compliments, attention, or affection, only to withdraw it suddenly. This push-pull creates emotional dependency and confusion. You start chasing approval rather than building a connection based on stability and trust. Psychology shows that inconsistent reinforcement hooks people into seeking more validation. A healthy dynamic doesn't make you anxious about affection. It's consistent, respectful, and dependable. Red flag 6, disrespecting boundaries. If she ignores your time, space, or limits, like showing up uninvited, pressuring you, or dismissing your needs, that's a sign she prioritizes her desires over mutual respect. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of boundaries as a core part of emotional mastery. Protect your energy, assert your limits clearly, and do not tolerate repeated violations. Respect is non-negotiable. Red flag 7, public versus private behavior mismatch. Observe how she behaves when others are around compared to when it's just the two of you. If she is sweet and charming publicly but harsh, dismissive, or critical privately, it reveals her true character. Consistency is key in understanding people. Words and surface-level charm can mask underlying issues, but actions behind closed doors cannot be ignored. Red flag 8. Avoid serious conversations. She dodges discussions about commitment, feelings, or future plans. When asked about where things are going, she changes the subject, jokes, or deflects. Stoic wisdom teaches that seeking clarity is vital. Uncertainty is not comfortable, but clarity allows you to make rational decisions. Avoid staying in limbo, because fear of confrontation feels easier. It only delays the inevitable confusion and frustration. Which of these signs feels familiar? Comment below if you've noticed one before in your own dating life. By paying attention to these 8 red flags, you can protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. These aren't just isolated moments, they are patterns that reveal how someone really operates in relationships. Observing without attachment, responding without panic, and acting with clarity gives you control and emotional stability. Step 1. Observe patterns, not excuses. The first step is simple but often ignored. Stop letting temporary charm or one-off moments convince you everything is fine. If she texts inconsistently, cancels plans, or behaves hot and cold, don't brush it off as she's busy or she's just like that sometimes. Start documenting the behaviors you notice, either mentally, in a journal, or even in notes on your phone. Track how often these patterns occur and under what circumstances. Over time, you'll start to see clear trends. A single incident doesn't define her behavior, but repeated patterns do. By observing without rushing to explain or excuse her actions, you create clarity. This is the foundation for emotional control, seeing things as they are rather than as you hope they are. Step 2. Maintain emotional boundaries. Once you notice these patterns, it's critical to protect yourself emotionally. Many men respond impulsively, over texting, begging for reassurance, or confronting issues when emotions are high. Stoicism teaches that your peace of mind is your responsibility. If you allow your emotions to control your actions, you give away power and clarity. Set boundaries and enforce them calmly. Respond when it's appropriate, take breaks when needed, and avoid reacting out of frustration or fear. Maintaining emotional distance doesn't mean shutting her out entirely. It means not letting her behavior dictate your mood or self-worth. Step 3. Ask direct questions. Don't rely on guesses or subtle hints. If you want clarity about her intentions, ask directly. Simple, honest questions about the relationship, commitment, or expectations reveal a lot about her character. Stoicism values clarity above comfort. Uncertainty creates stress and wasted time. Asking direct questions might feel uncomfortable, but it separates speculation from reality. If she evades or deflects repeatedly, that's an important data point about honesty and reliability. Step 4. Trust actions, not words. Words are cheap, especially in dating. Compliments, promises, or declarations of affection can mislead, especially when they aren't backed up by consistent behavior. Actions, on the other hand, are harder to fake. Does she show up when she says she will? Does she follow through on commitments? Does she respect your boundaries and time? Observing actions over weeks or months tells the real story. This step requires patience and detachment. Don't let frustration cloud your judgment, and focus on measurable behaviors rather than empty words. Step 5. Reflect and act with discipline. After observing patterns, enforcing boundaries, asking questions, and evaluating actions, take time to reflect. Journaling your observations or practicing a few minutes of Stoic meditation helps you process your emotions without attachment or overreaction. Reflection allows you to make informed decisions instead of reacting emotionally. After reflection, act with discipline. Either continue investing in the relationship with eyes wide open or step away if the patterns indicate manipulation or inconsistency. Acting consciously rather than impulsively builds confidence and preserves your emotional well-being. By following these steps, you gain more than just the ability to spot manipulation or red flags. You gain clarity about your relationships, confidence in your judgment, and control over your emotions. You'll stop wasting energy on games, mixed signals, or emotional roller coasters. Over time, this approach will help you attract healthier connections because you're operating from a place of awareness and self-respect rather than desperation or uncertainty. Your time, energy, and peace of mind are invaluable. Treat them as such. If this advice helped you see red flags you might have missed or gave you clarity on your own relationship experiences, take action now. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more insights on mindset, relationships, and emotional mastery. Share your experiences in the comments. Your story might help someone else recognize these behaviors early and protect themselves. Remember, mastering your mind is the first step toward mastering your relationships. When you act with clarity, discipline, and emotional control, uncertainty loses its power over you. Start observing, start reflecting, and start acting consciously. Your confidence, peace, and clarity will thank you. Which of these steps do you think you need to start applying today? Comment below and be honest with yourself.